Good afternoon. My name is Corentin. I'm head of product at Chimera System, and we are on a mission to empower physical stores to digitalize. More precisely, we have developed an entrance counting mat that gives insights for retailers to truly leverage the foot traffic. Counting system measures the number of persons getting in and out store entrances. So why is this important? Because this number is a key input matrix at the core of performance measurement from the store to the executive level in retail. Now, let me ask you something. Those 5% seems a lot for you? Maybe not. But last week, Galeries Lafayette, or Galeries Lafayette, proudly announced the result of their marketing campaign Black Friday. And guess what was the outcome? A tremendous 5% traffic gain. But wait, most accurate counting systems make today at least 5% of error, if it's not 15. So what was the actual outcome of this campaign? The biggest increase with 10% traffic gain, or simply zero? Today, retailers cannot access meaningful insight because of this huge error rate. And that's precisely what we are addressing at Chimera. Counting system market is booming and will reach 1.6 billion by 2022. Because even in 2022, 9 out of $10 will be spent in brick and mortar retails. And those physical stores will need the tools to match the gap, to fill the gap between online and offline analytics. So let's see how it will work on our client side.
Chimera counts people going in and out your mall, store, or commercial space. We have created an entrance counting mat. It combines the best technology to make it totally self-sufficient. You will never need to plug it or connect it. You just need to unfold it and you are ready to go. Thanks to our advanced sensors, we will detect foot shape, so you will be able to know your exact store frequentation. As a store manager, you will have access to precise data about your store traffic, bounce rate, and conversion rate. This will enable you to run your business more effectively. Based upon traffic, optimize your store setup, adjust staffing schedule, and analyze marketing effectiveness to understand the ROI of your campaign. With Chimera, empower your analytics today.
So, how do we get the data about shoppers? It's simple. We have developed a solution divided in two parts. First is the smart self-sufficient mat that count people with high accuracy. Second is a cloud-based analytics tool that gather, process data, and share insights with our clients so they can make proactive decisions. Our technologies is a combination of most advanced IoT technologies, from hardware sensors to machine learning algorithms. So here is our first working prototype. With only 3 sensors, we are able to detect a human presence. You can see it here. So here is a door. Imagine a door of a store. We can detect people going one side and the other. That's how we count people, right? And what if I tell you we can even know who they are? As each person and materials have a specific signature, we are able to differentiate them. So even if they are wearing shoes, we can detect the shape of their foot even without touching it. See that? Here we have just 3 sensors, but with more sensors we are able to have higher resolution, and with higher resolution it will allow us to identify people based on their foot shape and gates. That's how we count more accurately and give much more data to our clients.
Today, 25% of major retailers measure store traffic. So there is some competition out there. But existing solutions are limited to approximative counting and do not match store needs. Infrared and smartphone-based solutions lack in accuracy. And cameras and existing flooring systems are way too expensive to put in place and lack key features clients are looking for. We at Chimera have leveraged more than 60 customer interviews to understand precisely what clients want to pay for. These are high degree of accuracy, self-sufficiency, and a product at a competitive price point. Well, these are already our key features. We plan to sell our solution directly to retailers, malls, and department stores. Our smart mat will be sold at a fixed price of $150 per square meter. And our analytical software will be sold separately as part of a monthly subscription plan. With the data gathered over time, we will be able to train our machine learning models. This will give each visitor their unique anonymous identity through footstep identification, our most important feature to come. To talk about our next steps, here is Pierre.
So this year we've been building our first working prototype and finding our product market fit. Now we are ready. We are raising $180,000 in order to produce our MVP, so 50 square meters of smart mat, and start piloting with customers. In the course of 2019, we will learn from this pilot, therefore we will be able to push our solution, and in the meantime, our product and research team will focus on footstep identification. We are a team of 4 friends with various profiles. Corentin and Hugo have engineering background. So with expertise in sensor, system, and innovation management, they will lead the product into the right direction. Remy shows a successful sales track record. Therefore, he will handle the business development part. And myself, I led the business analysis team at Philips, so I will handle the analytics and also the operation. We believe that IoT will significantly change the way physical stores understand their shoppers, and ultimately the way they run the business. So we are on a mission to empower physical stores to truly leverage their retail analytics. For that, today we are building the most precise counting solution ever available on the market. And to make it happen, we need $180,000. Thank you very much for your attention, and we are happy to take questions.
So the underlying technology, is it off the shelf? Is it easy to create? Or is it something that's unique that you own?
So what we want to do here, it's a combination of from the shelf technology combined in a way that nobody have done it before. And so here what we are demonstrating, it's a larger version of the technology that smartphones have for touch screens. And yeah, so that's the
Got it. And if I walk in and out and in and out and in and out of a store,
yes.
Will it measure me 3 times, or will it know it's me and only measure me as one customer?
So today we only detect person with 3 sensors. What we want to achieve is more 100 sensors by meter square. So right now we can only detect like sensor activating one after each other and counting, but we want to achieve like really
so
footstep detection.
Eventually it would know my feet, but
exactly.
not now.
With footstep recognition, we will do this.
Right.
Through your shoes.
So are you going to have to plug this in, or is it going to have some power?
It's fully autonomous, so there is no need to plug it or wireless or anything.
So we are leveraging IoT technologies. Today, the sensor plus the processing consume like it's in microamps, and we want to leverage other type of sensor called piezoelectric that can generate electricity.
Okay, so you'll actually be using the kinetic energy to power it.
Yes, and with low power communication from like IoT networks, we'll be able to do this.
Okay, so how far are you in developing the analytic technology, the software?
Today we don't have a lot into this part. We are really working on it. We want to achieve the first like sensors and counting solution like for the hardware, and then the analytics. Basically want to start with something very simple for our beachhead, which is just powerful, accurate counting. And then we will develop other features.
So you mentioned that there's still a lot of brick and mortar. Have you done any research to determine to what extent retailers are investing in brick and mortar versus online? Because it seems like they're going the other way.
I mean, we believe that anyway, sales in brick and mortar will exist forever. And it's, even though it's decreasing, it will still be 9 out of 10 in the overall retail landscape. So today, the way we look at it is that we want to help the stores to better understand their shoppers and to bring more analytics. So our position is more to empower the physical stores than encouraging online.
So you guys mentioned that like 25% of retail stores use counting, is that right?
Yeah.
So are you going after the other 75%, or are you trying to steal some of that 25%? And how sticky is the relationship that these retailers would already have with their existing counting providers?
Yeah. So from talking to various customers or potential customers, we learned that actually the only key features or the most important one is the accuracy. And today, most of solutions use camera, so it's a specific additional camera that detect and count people. And we will use completely a different approach. Therefore, we will bring the accuracy to a higher rate from 90 to 95%, and ourselves we target 98. So then we will automatically just gain market share like this. I don't know if I answer.
So maybe to answer your question better, 25% of major retailers. Major retailers are retailers with more than 50 employees. So the other 75% are major retailers. But we are actually looking as well at smaller retailers, maybe independent retailers that want to have a very efficient solution, cost-effective solution to count their people and have metrics for their solutions.
So can you tell us today, if you push the fast forward button, who are your first 10 customers? And if you don't know, that's okay, but do you know who your first 10 customers are?
So the easiest customer might not be the most important ones, but they are independent retailers.
Independent retailers, great.
And
how many meters of mat do they buy per meter of floor space?
It depends on the number of entrances, and it depends on legislation. But usually with so there is different size of mat. In the US, it's standards, and 2 square meters cover 1 entrance. That's like kind of the standard. And then there is like bigger entrance to
so
like.
You're measuring it by entrances, not by square footage.
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.